You're probably not cut out for dropshipping. And I know that's literally what you weren't expecting to hear from this video, but the reason why I'm making this is because I want to give you the raw reality of what dropshipping really is. And this is coming from someone that has dedicated the last year of his life to building a dropshipping business. I actually just wrapped up a $200,000 month where I personally took home over $50,000 in pure profit. That is after Shopify fees, cost of goods, advertising costs. But I'm telling you, looking at this camera right now, watching this video, that you should not do dropshipping. See, a lot of beginners get into this business model and they think that, okay, this is gonna be my way out. I'm gonna make some real money. I'm gonna be able to take care of my loved ones and my family members. But what they don't realize is how much dedication really is required to be successful at this business model. You're not the first and you will not be the last person that wants to completely change their life, quit their job, not go to college, buy their dream car, live in their dream home, take care of their loved ones. You're not the first one that is tried to do this with dropshipping and e-com specifically. And the problem is that a lot of people think, okay, there's a new strategy out there, I'll be able to apply that and completely change my life. When the reality is, it doesn't matter what strategy is out there. It doesn't matter what new business model comes your way. You will never be successful with a business model like this or anything in this world because you lack the right skill sets, the right dedication, the right mindset to make anything, especially dropshipping, work for you. And this is the hard reality that I wanted to make in this video because no one is making videos like this. Everyone is trying to sell their high ticket program, especially the e-com guys that are looking to pivot out of e-com and go into info full time. It's much easier for them to sell a course than actually keep up the facade that they're actually making money with e-com. The real reality is e-com is a very gruesome business model. You'll see the Shopify dashboard that says 100,000 or 200,000 or $10,000 in sales. But do you know that person that uploaded that screenshot probably took home 20% profit? That's why I made it a point to mention to you at the start of this video that I took home pretty good profits from the month I just had. And even then, there's so much headaches, there's so many problems. You have to communicate with suppliers, you have to keep creating new ads, you have to optimize your website, you have to build new websites, you have to compete with competitors. Actually, one of my first winning stores of all time was Helloven, a U-shaped toothbrush. And within about a couple weeks of scaling that to $5,000 a day, I had another brand reach out and complain that I was stealing their advertising material, and I wasn't. I created my own images, I created my own ads, but this brand had an insider rep and they didn't want competition, so they made a bunch of false claims that I stole their marketing material, their ads, which none of my material had any of their products in any of my ads. None of their products were on my website. I created a whole new website, whole new image ads, and they still had somebody come inside and do something pretty dirty, which happens all the time in the e-com space, and they reported my ad account multiple times and got me banned twice. I lost 2 ad accounts in the span of 60 days. After all that hard work, all that dedication, all that money spent, my first winning brand was taken away from me. And that's just the beginning of all the problems that come with e-com. And I don't think you're cut out for it. And I say that because over the last 11 to 12 months, I had the luxury of dedicating every hour, every minute of the day to e-com. I don't work, I don't have a 9-to-5 job. I was able to exit a couple of different businesses prior to getting to e-com, and I had enough money saved up where I could dedicate the last 11 months and going 3, 4, sometimes even 5 months in a row without making any money. And in fact, one of the biggest reasons why e-com is so hard is because you're not only not making money a lot of the times, you're losing money as well. We talk about advertising costs on Facebook, the main advertising platform I use, the only advertising platform I use. You're spending money every single day. Are you comfortable and capable of seeing money leave your bank account without making a single dollar? Without taking any profits back from that? Probably not. And that's the raw reality of what dropshipping really is. It's one of the most gruesome, one of the most hardest business models, especially beginners trying to learn all the new skills that require to be successful with dropshipping. Do you know how to build a good website? Do you know how to create and launch good ads? Do you know how to troubleshoot those ads? Do you know how to create a good customer experience? Do you know how to deal with chargebacks, refunds, cancellations? Do you know how to even contact a private supplier and get your product to your customer within a relative time? Probably not. And you as a beginner that barely knows anything about marketing, let alone all the other fundamentals of e-com, there's so much, I can't even list them all. I don't think you're ready for this. And that's the truth. And that's the reality that I believe. I don't think you're capable of this. I'm not saying this because I want less competition out there, but I'm saying this because I generally don't think you're capable. And there's only 1% of people that will be successful in dropshipping. Hell, I'm barely even successful after just the month I just had, but I've only been doing it for a few months. I don't even consider myself the top of the top when it comes to e-com. I still have so much to go, and I've just dedicated the last year of my life. And I had the luxury of doing it every single day. You have kids, you go to college, you're in high school, you have other obligations that you're probably not gonna put down to commit to this full time. If the last 5 minutes of what I've just said was enough to discourage you from doing this, then you just proved me right. You're probably not capable of actually doing dropshipping. But if you've been listening to me for the last few minutes and you're still watching this video, I'm here to tell you that there is a chance and there is a hope for you out there. And the reality is that those are the people that clicked off or feel discouraged right now, you probably shouldn't do dropshipping, if we're being honest. You have to have another love, passion, and desire to be successful in this business. You genuinely have to love the concept of owning your own brand, because the reality is I just made this 5-minute spiel of just shitting on you for the last 5 minutes, but the reality is that I did that because one of the most important things that I wish I'd known in my previous business when I was selling info to online business owners, helping them run their IG ads to get more leads, I wish I'd known what I know now, is that you have to have a genuine passion and love for what you do. My previous business model that I used to work in before I got into e-com and dropshipping was I helped high-ticket coaches, online high-ticket coaches, get more clients to their business. These were fitness coaches, basketball coaches, soccer coaches, you name it, business opportunity coaches, Amazon FBA, real estate investing. Anybody that sold a high-ticket coaching offer, I helped them get more clients with IG ads. And the reality is I started that business model back in September of 2021, and I ran it with a business partner for a few years, and we solely did that just to make money. I didn't have a genuine passion or love or care or desire for that business. So as things started to get more hard, as any and everything does in life, we fell out of love with it, and it was really hard to show up every single day for the business and really hard to want to push it forward and get really good at it because I didn't really love what I was doing. But e-com this last year taught me that if you really love what you're doing, you'll put up with anything and you'll make sure that you will rather die before you give up on the business model. And that's the real reality that I wanted to share with you in today's video. Shout out to you for staying for the last 7 minutes. But you have to really love what you do with e-com if you want to make money. Those of you watching this video now, if you are considering e-com or getting back into dropshipping just as another means to make money online, maybe a lot of people have talked about how they change their life financially with this. That's a good reason to want to get into it, but it shouldn't be your sole reason. You genuinely have to be a student of the game. You have to love what you're doing. You have to have the passion for actually owning your brand. Because if you don't have those things, it's going to be hard to show up every single day when you are not making money, you're losing money, things are breaking and not going the way you want. You are so excited to launch this new product. It looks good, all the signs point in the right direction, and then it fails and it flops. How do you bounce back from that? The only way is that you genuinely care and you love what you do. Those nights and those days where you have to go to bed early or wake up late or whatever, or vice versa, if you have to go to bed late and wake up early because you need more time in the day to actually work on your e-com business because you went to school, you went to work, you had to take care of the kids, you had other obligations, you had practice. You have to really love what you do when it comes to e-com and sacrifice a lot. That is one of the biggest things that most people are not willing to do. This is not a side hustle. You can't work on this a couple hours a week and think that you can actually make this a real full source of income. If you're not putting at least 4, 5, 6 hours every single day into this, you're not going to be successful. And one of the most important questions I get asked all the time, Alex, how much money do I need to get started? The reality is that you should have a steady income coming in every single month, because it could take you could get started with $100, $1,000, it doesn't matter, because there's going to be a ramp up period where you're going to be making mistakes and losing money. So if you don't have consistent income coming in to help pay for your business, then you shouldn't be doing this either. You shouldn't be trying to get into dropshipping with only $500 in savings with no means of getting any more money if that runs out and fails. You should have consistent income. You should be working an actual job. You should have allowance for some of you that are younger, but more importantly, you should have income coming in, because this is a business that you're going to spend money and make mistakes, but experience once you acquire experience through spending money, you're going to get better. That's why I don't believe dropshipping is a very beginner-friendly business model. Of course, you can learn the ins and outs of the game of e-com as a beginner, but most beginners are broke and most beginners don't have money at all, right? So please, if you're going to get started with dropshipping, doesn't matter. I can tell you a magic number right now, but if you spend all that money and you don't have anything left, you can't continue your dropshipping journey. So it literally doesn't even make any sense me telling you a specific dollar amount. Just get in and make sure you have more money coming in, because if you blow all that money, you're going to need to refuel with new product tests, new website build outs, So it just makes sense to have a good source of income coming in. Not, you're not gonna be rich. If you're rich, you wouldn't be trying to do drop shipping, but you should have a 9 to 5 job with, I work a certain amount of hours, I have enough money put aside to reinvest back into dropshipping. For those of you that have been seeing me on your YouTube feed, or if you're even brand new, you could look back on this channel. I started a year ago, and when I started, I felt like this was gonna be the hardest thing I ever did in my life. And because I stayed committed, I had faith, I prayed, I was able to get through some really dark times. I went through a lot of problems, headaches, multiple ad account bans, went to a lot of debt. I tested so many different products. Tested probably 20 plus products. Some of them made me some money, but then I had to reinvest into new product tests because those eventually flopped. A lot of issues with domains, different just problems that I had, just functional and technical problems that I just had. But at no point did I ever consider giving up. At no point did I ever decide to quit. I'd rather go $150,000 in debt before I gave up on dropshipping, because I was that convicted. I was that serious about this. I didn't want anything else. And I did this all while still having a personal life, still having a relationship, but I pretty much minimalized any time else outside of that, right? I didn't commit to doing anything else besides dropshipping. I woke up, thought about dropshipping. I went to bed, thought about dropshipping. I ate my food, thought about dropshipping. And I always focused on how I could get 1% better every single day, because as overwhelming as this business model is, it's a business model that requires you to chip at it day by day. You're not gonna learn everything in one day, in 1 week, not even in 1 month. You have to refine your skills daily, but just focus on getting 1% better every single day. And despite the opening monologue here, I really do hope you find success in this business model, because now it's allowed me to completely change my life. It's allowed me to completely look at life differently. I'm getting ready to go on vacation. I'm able to pay for just about anything, do anything that I want. My business this last month kind of ran on autopilot. I didn't really need to do much. I work on my dropshipping business about 10 minutes a day, recreate some new ads, increase the budget, but that's it. It's not really, at this stage now, I hired a couple team members to help me manage it, and I just sit back, kick my feet up, and I print. But you can't get to this level in this stage without sacrificing a lot and putting a lot of sweat and equity, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And even at this level, I haven't made it yet. I still got a lot more work to do. I still have problems every day. I still have issues that I have to deal with, and new lessons to be learned. But it does help to make 50K a month in profit. It definitely does help with those problems. But you don't get to this level without you're seeing me now at this level in this stage, but you didn't see me for the last 11 months. Some of you have. Some of you guys have been subscribed since 2025, January, February of 2025. So shout out to you. This video should be scheduled out around first week of January. So I am recording this. I don't even know what day is it. What day is it today? Today is December 18th. So this is going out about 2 weeks before my vacation. So yeah, I mean, ultimately speaking, no one's really raw and really honest with dropshipping, what it really takes. Just know that I am rooting for you. I wish you the best of luck on your journey. If you stay committed and you have a good source of income coming in, relatively speaking, right? You have money coming in to continue to fuel your business and continue to make up for your mistakes that you will make. It's only a matter of time. It's not if you will be successful. It's more about when you will be successful if you stay committed. And what could really help you is if you subscribe to this channel. I do give a lot of great value away, so definitely could help you with your journey if you subscribe. But with that being said, guys, I'm wishing you all best of luck. Happy 2026. There's a lot of money to be made this year, and looking forward to you guys all scaling and doing amazing things. And as far as me goes, man, I'm looking to put out as much valuable dropshipping content as possible. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, definitely subscribe and like. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Take care.